swag no drop. But up, both forget who I love. No, pull up, pull up, blap, 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 boop, blap, can chop for the bug top notch. Buckle pop, both forget who I love. No, pull up, but
My name's Kyra. My ethnicity is German and Scottish. I'm from India, and my occupation is I was working as a physical therapy aide, but now I am going to school to finish my associate's degree for social working, and I'm planning on going in the social working field for domestic violence.
Tattoo Tales.
All right, well, I'm sitting here with Kyra. This is how I bumped into Kyra and met Kyra. She's one of my followers on the page, and I, checked out her page and obviously thought her ink was a bit different and thought she would be a great guest, on here just to, hear her tell and see what it's all about, because I'm very interested. And I had reached out, and, some time later, she reached back out and said she was interested in doing this. So I'm just glad that you were interested, and glad I got you here.
Glad to be here.
All right, cool. So yeah, I kind of just admire your tattoos in a way, and and because it's different, and it's tattoos are already different. So I think it's kind of just inspiring to step out of the box when it comes to getting tattoos. So just, one thing I wanted to ask was, what's the process like in getting this type of style of ink? And what I mean by that is like your mind frame. What was before you got one tattoo, what was your mind frame at into getting, this style of ink?
I love European culture a lot, and I love how artistically spoken they are. And ever since I kind of just realized that and saw that, I guess I just found my own path to wanting to, explore that world.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just, I don't know. It's just me being artistically me, and me wanting to explore more of my many layers to my artistic self.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of that.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, I kind of, like I said, it's almost inspiring kind of in a way, just because like I think about tattoos that deeply, you know what I mean? And it's better to kind of a different outlook as far as like somebody just, I like that image and just get a tattoo, So I just like to get the different aspects of, the mind frame behind getting ink. And I think that's just cool. Like I said, I think your ink is a different and a more positive way. And the way you think about it is dope. So, but I know you do have, certain tattoos. So I kind of want to just get into, let's say, you have these two neck pieces here. What is that about?
Those ones were just a friend did. Like those
Okay.
ones are kind of my only ones that are very just like, I just love them.
Uh-huh.
I don't think tattoos really all have to have meaning. I think they're more of a feeling,
Right. Just of something like, okay, the vibe was, okay, that's what the image and stuff like that.
Well,
That's
like,
what you're saying?
the splatters on my arm, I've gotten a lot of the times, like, they look like blood, like someone died and, like, it's like blood splatters. And I think just knowing that the tattoos invoke that feeling in someone, I think that's so powerful. And, that emotion just says it all, and not really the meaning of it, but just the fact that can evoke that.
Okay. Yeah, no, okay. That's a way to look at it too, So one thing I did want to kind of ask you is that I know you model a bit, you do some art, and I feel like, I don't know, your tattoos kind of co-align with that. Is that just by coincidence, or is that just because that's the way you're expressing yourself?
I feel like with my art, it's all of the things that I feel, and I can just splatter it out on a canvas or just get all my emotions. And I feel like with modeling, you're more with the community, and like having that community in a team isn't really something that I've had in my life before.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like in a way they coexist together, but also there are like different versions of me that I can exude into the world, into my art. And it's like they both are a part of me, but they each have different paths that are following along them.
Okay, like pretty much different outlets
Exactly.
to express yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's dope. I think that's dope. Yeah, because like I said, I've checked out, some of your stuff, and like I said, it's somewhat, co-aligns, but like you're saying, it's different. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so you have these. I guess I wouldn't, I would say kind of chaotic style of ink, just throughout your body, but yet you have this one flower on your hip that I guess kind of just sits well with the rest of the ink, but yet different from the ink. So what about that flower?
I was wondering why you asked about that.
Yeah. So
It's like a cycle of life. There's a creation sign on my back with a tower and with sunlight, and then you have the flower. I think of it like an offering, like life is so short and there's so many obstacles, but it's like I have nature to thank for giving me guidance. And I think of the flowers more like in darkness, it's always to look towards, Mother Gaia or, nature to always bring you back to the light.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's cool. Cause I mean, if you see it, I kind of see it as that with the whole tattoo things, as far as like, okay, like you said, the darkness throughout the rest of your ink, but yet, that's the
and
light
without the tower has to follow into it, because without any sun and the creation, you wouldn't have the flower and you wouldn't have us, so it all co-aligns together.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I'm asking this, because if nobody ever asked you, you wouldn't know. So I think it's cool that, now someone can understand the whole meaning behind that, plus the, piece on your back as well. So
Yeah.
there we go. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I just wanted to see, like, I know you had spoken, before this about this, this took about 2 years. So how do you feel, 2 years later about all your tattoo, all your ink, from head to toe?
I
pretty
love
much?
it. I feel like it's like a bodysuit almost. It's like my protection. I feel like being a woman in this world, it's a lot, and this is like my armor. This is like my roar piece, to just of safety. Like I feel like it hugs me in a sense, and it offers me wisdom, and artistically, it allows me to feel more in my body.
Okay. So with that being said, you have more, I would say, ink on body parts than others, whether it's, bigger, marks or splatters or stuff like that. Do you favor a certain body part? Or, some of them, like I see, have color as well. It's like, do you favor do you just look at one, like your foot, and be like, oh, this is my favorite spot? Do you have a favorite spot?
I love my foot mostly because it fucking hurt.
Right. They say foot's the worst.
The
most
toes,
nervous.
the foot, it's like, how could I not love it and look at it? Because I did that shit, like, I did that.
Right. Yeah, no, they say it's the worst spot, pretty much.
Yeah, I was cussing, fuck it, 20 fucking times.
Right.
know?
Yeah, and it's it's some dark ink, it's blacked out, big slashes, so. But yeah, I always, like I said, I just wanted to ask that because I think, you have so much, throughout the body. What do you gravitate most in, the foot?
I think honestly this line too, and
Straight down?
yeah.
Straight down like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want to know, because like I said, I just find everything interesting. So what would you say if we were to just, out of all your ink, what tattoo, I guess, would best represent you or expresses you?
I don't think there's just one. I can't.
Is it a certain body part, or like, just like I said, maybe this is the best representation of me.
I think this one, the black leg.
The black leg, the full
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I think just because it's a combination of, you know, everything I've been through in life, and instead of being like a victim to my trauma, I decided to do something about it and create, you know, this.
Right. No, and like you said, you think of it as, you know, as some armor, and that leg, I guess you could say, is heavily armored with the, you know, that
Exactly.
much ink. Yeah, so I feel that too with that ink. I don't know. I think your ink. I think you're dope as far as you know how you express yourself. Like I said, it's you know, in the society we live in, it's hard for people to, you know, I guess, express themselves, and you're doing it through your art, your modeling, and obviously your ink. So, like I said, I look into it as more of like it's inspiring to me because it makes me want to kind of do more. So, because it's the same thing I do for my tattoos is, you know, I express myself as, you know, a lot of people can relate. But your unorthodox whole thing is dope to me, and I think what you're doing is cool, and you know, hopefully you continue to keep expressing yourself this way. I know you don't have anything on your lower arms. Is that a proper reason?
I think I don't know. Well, I know I definitely don't ever want to do my hands or my face just for, you know, the work field that I'm going in.
Right.
I definitely do want to get the rest of my arms done, but I want to travel, you know, to Amsterdam or to, you know, all over eventually, and I want to get them filled up over there out of the country. I think that's why I'm waiting. Like, eventually I would love to be in a museum one day, or like, I don't know, just really make it or like, you know, see what emotions can be evoked from my tattoos.
Yeah, no, honestly, I definitely see that for you. So you should definitely, you know, get out there, and hopefully somebody can, you know, value you as an art piece, and you can make that happen in real life. So, all right, but like I said, I think, you know, you're super dope and everything's inspiring. I thank you for coming to sit down with me. You know, it takes a lot of guts to come and, you know, be interviewed and stuff like that. I know you're a little young, so I just want to say thank you and appreciate you for introducing yourself and, you know, spilling your tale.
Yeah,
Denn es ist für mich richtig. Und diese Burg da zerstört. Und